So, morning everyone. So today we're going to be doing a resistance class. We will need a long resistance band. This is about 2 meters long. I've gone for a medium resistance. I think anything more than that, we end up fighting the moves. And I think Pilates is about never fighting, just moving freely. And this can either make a move a little bit easier or it can make it more challenging. I've also got my booty band with me, but we don't necessarily need this. We can do everything with this if we haven't got a booty band. Right, so I'm going to start with my long resistance band. I am going to have my feet a little bit, I'm going to tie my hair up as well. I'm going to have my feet a little bit wider than my normal stance, just so we've got a really good solid base here and we can focus purely on the movement of our spine. So I'm going to start with my band. My hands are about shoulder distance apart. And then I'm going to relax the arms down. And I just want you to rock backwards and forwards a couple of times, rolling through your feet. And then we're going to come to the position where we feel that all of the weight is even. So I've got weight in my heels, the balls of my feet, and all 10 toes. And when you're ready, breathe in, lift your band up. And breathe out, lower it down. I'm trying to purely get into the shoulders here. So as I inhale, lift the arms, I'm only lifting as high as I can without my rib cage flaring out. So I'm thinking about never anything in my body being rigid, but I feel as I lift my arms up, I'm drawing my rib cage in towards me. And I've got a slight pull out on the band the entire time. And this is a really nice way of strengthening the shoulders if you've got any shoulder issues. By having this band to pull out on, rather than your arm just flapping around, lifting and lowering, it's called being a closed chain move. So it just makes us that little bit more connected. So I'm not pulling my band out so much that I'm having a fight with it, but I definitely feel the front, the back of the body working as I pull it out. We are going to add to it. We lift up. Imagine there's a pane of glass in front of you and behind you, and you side bend through those 2 panes of glass. Note my top arm, let me double my band up, hasn't come to my ear, and then I come on up. Sorry, let me stop my band. So I'm within those 2 panes of glass, I side bend, I'm reaching for that top arm, and then I come up, lifting through my center. And I'd like 4, please. Inhale over, reach through those arms. Exhale, we lift. And inhaling through the nose as you go over, reach. Exhaling through a soft mouth as you lift. And give me 2 more, please. And coming up tall and strong. Last time, tick it over. And we lift. I feel like my arms are really working already, and I lower the band down to reset. Okay, we lift again. We're going to add to this. We side bend. Now, I want this move to come from the waist upwards. We spiral the rib cage to face down to the mat, but both hip bones face forwards. And then you spiral back to face forwards, and we come on up. So we break it down. Remember, the arm doesn't come to the ear, so you're trying to keep equidistant, arms to the ears the whole time. We side bend. And we twist, reach that right arm, feel that stretch through the shoulder, put your belly to your spine, spiral back to your side bend, and come on up. I always find it hard to get back to that side bend position. And we side bend, and we pull the belly in towards the backbone as you twist and you reach. And you come back to face forwards within those 2 panes of glass again, and we lift. And we side bend, left. And we spin and reach. Turn to face forwards again. The arm's still not on your ear. And we lift up, lower the band to reset. Now I am going to not have my band doubled up now because we're going to take it deeper. I lift up and I take the band back a bit. And then I bring it all the way down. So eventually the band's going to come all the way to our bum, but we're not going to force it. So I lift up. I take it back a bit more, and then I lift it to the ceiling, and I'm really reaching it forwards as I bring it down. So you reach to the wall in front, keep that rib cage in. Reach it to the ceiling, pull your band open, and you might go back a bit further. I'm reaching the band to the wall behind me. And up to the ceiling, and bring it down. If you're forcing it, take your hands further apart. If you feel you're nicely stretched out already, just bring your hands a bit closer together. Listening to your body, rib cage not flaring. This time the band's on all the way behind. Okay, soften those knees, reach back, reach up, reach forwards and lower. 2 more please, lift up, rib cage pulls in as your arms go back. It's quite nice to do this one in front of a mirror and you just see if you're even. Bringing it forward. I know a couple of you are using a towel. We are going to finish with the band behind us on this one, so you might need to change the position, just sweep your towel around. Okay, I'm going to turn to face my bottom to you. So whether you're using a towel or a band, I want you now, please, to bring your hands closer together. So you see my hands are about thigh distance apart. I want you to lift your arms up and then release it down. So your grip is narrow, your knuckles are facing down. Take your arms back, feel the chest open, and bring it down. Now the weight is staying even throughout your feet the whole time. Lift and release. And we lift. Don't lock your knees. And we release. This is all in the chest, all in the triceps. Lift it, reach it back, and take it down. This time we add to it. We take it up. We bend the elbows. So note my elbows aren't facing out, they're facing back. And then draw the band down to your thighs. So we lift, we bend, we reach. 4 more. We lift, we bend, we draw it down. 2 more, please. So hopefully you'll really feel that the back of the arms are working now. My arms are shaking a bit. Last one before we reverse it, please. Whew, this time, elbows still aren't going out. Pull the band up your back. Reach it long, lower it down. We bend the elbows. We reach it back. We lower it down. Give me 3. Good grief. Why are my arms shaking so much already? These small movements, they really get me too. I think that's what I love about Pilates so much. We don't need to do whopping great big movements to get the body working. Okay, we lift it up, we pause and we pulse, small and high. Breathing through it. Note my band isn't dropping all the way down on my towel or whatever you're using. Give me 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nod your chin to your chest and roll on down. Crown of the head spilling down in front of your toes, and then lift the band up like you're trying to get it all the way up to the ceiling. And then lower it away a little. I need to double my band so it's not in the way. Lift the band up and lower it away a little. So it's like there's an energy coming through the band. It's up to the ceiling. And as you lower it down a little, you're still reaching to the wall behind you. Give me 3. Little release. Keep pulling your belly up to your spine. 2. Your head is heavy. Releasing any tension in your neck. Last one. Lower it all the way down so it's behind your legs. Now imagine there's a wall behind you. Pull your band open and stack your spine up that imaginary wall. And we stand tall. Take the band to the wall behind you. Nod your chin to your chest. You roll on down, pulling your belly button up to your backbone. And then let the arms go further over your head. And then take it away a little. And lift it up high to the ceiling. Lower it away a little. 3 more. Can you please just tell me that you haven't got all of the weight in your heels and your knees aren't locked out? 2. Little release. 1. Lower it all the way down to the back of your leggings, down towards your feet. Pull it open as you stack your spine up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Reach your arms back. Nod your chin, roll on down. Oh, my arms. I did this in class at 7 a.m. this morning. Take the band up to the ceiling and lower a little. Think knees and feet. Lift it up and release. Head heavy, belly pull into your backbone. Give me 3 and 2 and 1. Bring it all the way down to the back of your ankles and pull the band open as you stack your spine. Whew, well done. Okay, we are going to stretch it out through the shoulders. I want you to take the band behind you. Okay, grab it with your other hand and pull that bottom hand down, and that's going to lift this elbow up. Just breathe through it. Feel as you pull the band down, you're stretching out through the triceps. And let us switch hands. And I just want you to notice, is there a difference one side to the other? For me, definitely my right arm, my right shoulder feels so much tighter. That's fine, I'm okay with that. That's my more dominant side. Just taking the time to notice these little differences. And release. Okay, so we're going to go for legs and hips. If you haven't got a booty band, I want you to tie your band, actually have it just above your knees. You want a bit of give here. If you haven't got a band, you can do all of this without one. I'm going to use my booty band just because I've got one here and it's a bit easier to put on and off. It's definitely not easier to use. So whether you're using a long band or a booty band or no band, we're going to go for our squats. So I'm just going to let everyone tie their legs up. My feet are about mat distance apart. My knees and feet are lined up. And we're going to squat where we take the bottom behind and we reach the arms forwards. So we squat and reach. Pressing out onto my band and come on up. So often when people squat, their knees knock in. So actually by having this band around our thighs, it just gives us something to focus on. So I'm pressing out on the band as I take my bum back and I reach my arms forwards and I press into my heels to lift me. Now to make sure this isn't going into your knees in a negative way, when you're in your squat position, I want you to either not have any weight in your toes or elevate them a little bit. And we lift. We're going to go for 3 more, please. Reach your arms, press your bottom back, hovering over that dirty loo, and come on up. And 2, remember that door's broken. You're holding the door closed so no one can walk in on you. And we lift. We're going to pulse this time. Take it down. And we pulse up and down. We're not bouncing. There is no weight in my toes. It's a deliberate lift, drop. Lovely. Give me 5. Knees are not going in. 4. They are pressing out, using that band. 2. And hold it. Hold it there. Nothing moving, just breathe. Reach with those arms. Pulling your belly button in towards your backbone. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, and come on up. Whew. Okay, so with the squat, your bum's going back. We're now going to plie. Oh, I went a bit lightheaded. Spin your thigh bones outwards, so your heels face in, your toes face out. With the squat, our bum went behind. With a plie, we're trying to keep the back of the head, ribcage and pelvis all in alignment. So press your knees out as you plie down. And we lift. And we take it down, knees pressing into your band. And we lift. So I really feel the outside of my bottom muscles are working hard here. So it's good sometimes to do this against a wall so you get feedback, because otherwise the bottom does tend to do this. So imagine you've got a wall behind you, if there isn't one there, and you feel you glide down and you glide up. As you glide down, tuck your pelvis under you a bit, that way your bum doesn't poke out, and come on up. Oh, I'm puffing and panting, give me 3. Press out on your booty band, and 2. Remember, if you don't have one of these bands, these are really handy. I can just send you the link to them. Take it down and pulse, breathing through it. Knees pressing wide, tailbone tucked under. 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it. Breathe, hold it, get down, get down, get down. Pick one heel up, take it down. Pick the other heel up, take it down. You're not leaning forward, you are lifted. Thank you, that's better. Give me 5, 4, 3. Lots of footwork in Pilates, so important to keep our feet strong. Last one, and we come up. Oh my goodness, my legs are burning. So just because some of you have tied this around your legs, we are going to keep it there so we're not undoing it, doing it up. We're going to lay on our back and we're going to go for shoulder bridges. So if you've got a ponytail, take it out. I don't want your chin being forced towards your chest. Now in our shoulder bridges today, we're going to have our feet and our knees a little bit wider than normal so we're connected with our band, but I still don't want your heels to the front of the mat. I want them close to you. Press your arms down. Your neck is long. We're not articulating up today. We're getting into the hips and the bum. So I'd like you to take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, press your hips up. Pause, drop your ribcage in. Actually, just breathe here for a moment. I need you to feel you're not clenching your butt, but the higher you press your hips, the more your bottom muscles are working. And then we tap down. We don't rest, we press up. And we tap down. Use that band. We lift up, ribs heavy, hips high, and down. So keep going at that pace. We've spoken before about a shoulder bridge. Your pelvis is going to be lighter if you've got a stronger connection through your shoulders. So if you feel like your shoulders are rolling forwards with your palms flat, I need you to change your hand position. So your arm bones spin backwards and you're pressing into the side of the wrist and the side of your little finger. Does that make it easier for you? Again, make this move yours. Wherever you feel you've got the best shoulder blade connection is how you have your hands. Give me 3, lift, hips higher, tap down. 2, lift, and tap. Last one, hold it there, and I pulse it up and down. And I'm pressing out on my band the whole time. And I'm just thinking about getting my hip bones, front hip bones, a little bit higher to the ceiling each time. Give me 5, 4, 3, ribs are still heavy. 2, hold it. 1, press it out. Small release, press it out. Small release. So your bum isn't going up and down now. You're just rolling onto the outside of the foot a little bit as you work those leg muscles. Could be 6, 5, shoulders still connected, neck still long. 3, 2, 1. Come on in, melt the spine down, link by link. And we're going to reset for a moment. Just draw your knees into your chest and rock everything from side to side. And we're going to do the same sequence, but we're going to do it with our heels elevated, so we're getting into strengthening the feet. So take your feet down, please. Get that strong shoulder connection, and then come up to your bridge. Now, I want you to shuffle your feet closer towards you and lift your heels up, so it's like you've got a stiletto heel on. Okay, lower halfway down, ribs heavy, and lift. Lower halfway down. I don't want you to come all the way down, and lift. So I'm thinking about my heels staying high. I've got weight, equal weight from the big toe to the little toe of each foot. Remembering, the more shoulder blade you've got on the mat, the lighter your pelvis is going to be. And that's the same for any rollover type move, any bridge type move. Give me 3 more. So we lift. Get your heels high for me, please. 2, 1. Hold it there. Pulse up and down. So smaller movements this time. So I really feel my bottom muscles are working, but more importantly for me, or as importantly for me, my feet are working. Get those heels higher. Hold it high. Press it out. and release. Press it out. Ribs are heavy. Give me 6 and 5, 4. You're not going up and down, it's just an out and in movement with your knees. Give me 2 and 1. Whew. Melt your spine down and draw both knees into your chest and take a moment to let everything settle and reset. And just because it's fiddly if you've got a long band, we're going to leave the band around our legs and we're going to do a few more moves with it light in this position. So if it's got up your thighs a bit more, bring it just above your knees. Take your hands behind your knees, lift your head up and rock yourself up. Now we're going to go for a clam type move, so get into the outside of the hip again and into our obliques just in a different position. In fact, let's lay on a long arm. So there's no tension in your neck, your focus is on stability and strengthening the upper body. The upper body, the lower body, I'm talking nonsense. Lift your knee up. Lower it halfway down. Lift it up and lower it down. So imagine now my hand is on the bottom behind you. My hand's just touching your bum. And I feel as you lift your knee that those bottom muscles are firing up, but your pelvis isn't rolling back into my hand. Give me 4. So there is definitely some movement there. 3, don't lower it all of the way down. And 2, so there's some movement in the pelvis, but you're very much in control of it. Last one. Can you just spin that knee a bit higher? Oh, my leg's shaking. Lower it down all the way. Toes hover. And then lift. And a mini release. And we lift. Don't let that knee go too low. Give me 4. And 3. So you can use your hand for a bit of stability, or if you want to challenge your balance, you could take that arm up to the ceiling. Depends what you want from the move. Give me 2. Oh, don't rush it. Last one. Lower the knee all the way down, but keep your feet elevated. We're going to add to it. I want you to keep this slow. We lift the knee, thigh bone stays still. You extend your leg. You bend the knee, your toes tap, and you lower halfway down. 4 more. Knee lifts. Leg reaches. Ooh, yeah, hit your bum if you like, Vicky. Tap your toes and lower the knee. I don't mind if your bum aches, but if your back is sore today, be careful. Knee, reach, oh, bend, and a little lower. 2 more. Oh, my butt is burning. Knee lifts, reaching long. Fold it in. A little release, just 1 more for me, please. Spin that knee up, kick that leg long, fold the knee, lower the knee, oh, drop those legs down, and give your bum a rub, or your thigh, or whatever is aching. But I've got a lot I need to get through today, so help yourself up and spin yourself. I've got to psych myself up to do this side. My left side is always more challenging. Wherever we are, there's no tension in your neck. If you need a little cushion under your head, crack on, grab on, make sure you're comfortable. Everywhere apart from your bum. Lift your knee up. And a little lower. Oh, I whimpered. Lift that knee up. And a little lower. I should have recorded the class I did first thing in the morning. I would have had a bit more movement here on my hip. Give me 2. Little lower. And 1. Knee all the way down. Toes lift. I've got to be careful not to speed up on this side. Lift the knee. Halfway release. Lift the knee 5. Halfway release. So again, remembering that your pelvis is not rolling all over the show. I don't know about you, but the other side of my bottom, I can still feel it is aching. Give me 2 more, please. Lift it. Press into that band and release. Press it into the band. Release the knee all of the way down. Okay, psych myself up, Louisa. The knee lifts. The leg kicks. The knee bends. Halfway lower. 4 more. Knee up. Leg long. Bend it. Tiny drop. Don't lower it all the way down. Just 3. Reach. Bend. Tiny drop. Relax your shoulders. 2. Is that even possible? Little lower. Last one, please. Press into that band. Kick your leg long. Fold it in. Lower the knee all the way down and drop those toes. Well done. Give your bum a rub. Okay, just because the band is tied around our legs, we're going to roll straight onto our tummy. I'd like you to cross your forearms, please. Now, often I do, most of the time when we're laying on our tummy, I want our legs close together, but today we're doing it differently. So my feet are about mat distance roughly apart. I would like you to lift your right leg up, reach it long, your pelvis hasn't twisted to lift it, and lengthen and lower it down. Lift your left leg and lower. I want you to close your eyes when you're working and feel, does one leg float up easier than the other? For me, definitely my right leg feels fairly effortless, where that left leg I feel I have to work a bit harder. Give me 4. Breathing with it. Head heavy, shoulders easy. Give me 3. Reach the leg long as well as just lifting it. And release. 2. Take it down. So just stretching out the front of the hips here while working the back. Lower it down. Take your hands under your shoulders. Elbows are tucked in, okay? So the elbows are up. I would like you to start looking up at the wall in front of you and then press into your hands to come to a swan dive with wide legs. Lengthen your upper body out and down and then lift your legs up. Start looking up. Your legs reach long as your upper body comes up. So remember, this isn't a fold in the lower back. Reach your legs long. Let's break it down. Okay, you start looking up, your breastbone lifts, and then after that, your back doesn't change shape. You just press into your hands to come up and reach your legs longer. One more time, please. Inhale on the up. Don't compress that lower back. Exhale with the long legs. And lower your legs down. Cross your forearms again. Rest your forehead on your forearms. So your knees are wide. Now bend your knees and bring your heels together. So there's like a diamond shape here. From your heels to your knees to your pubic bone. I'd like you please to squeeze your heels together and lift your knees up. And then tap your knees down. And squeeze your heels and lift your knees up. And take it down. Now press out on the band as you squeeze your heels and they hover. And lower. Give me 4. Tap down rather than rest down at the bottom. Give me 3. Squeeze those heels so your bottom muscles start working. Oh, I find this one so tough. Give me 2. And release. Give me 1. Hold it. Take it down. Take your legs long and press yourself into rest position. Take a moment to let your back settle if it needs it. Wonderful. So have our knees together now. Our forehead in towards our knees. Let me keep an eye on time. And just give your bum a wiggle out side to side here. And when you're ready, just stack the spine up. So we're going to go for a little bit of ab work. Give our bum a break. We're going to move our band. Actually, we don't need the loop, but again, we are going to use our long band. Now, you'll note that I never really do crunch work in a class because actually people often do it wrong or it goes into their neck. I'm going to make a little hammock for my head with my band. So I've laid it long on the mat. I've just got a smidgen poking up. So you can do this with your towel as well if you wanted. And see, I'm just pulling out on the corners of my band so my neck and my head are really supported. Okay, my elbows are wide. I would like you just to lift the head and the shoulders and pause here. Tuck your pelvis under you. And then release the head down. So you'll probably feel you get an arm workout here as well. Lift it up. Pause, a little bit higher. And then slowly down. So it's not just the shoulders lifting. You tuck your tailbone between your legs like a naughty dog for that gap between your hip and your bottom rib closing, and then release from it. Can we make sure we're allowing the head to be fully supported by the band? We are not holding any tension. Give me 3. And release. Elbows still wide, so you've got a sense of openness in your chest, in your shoulders. 2. And 1. Hold it up. Let your left knee come in. You lower your foot down, but you lower your upper body only halfway down. And we lift. And we tap the toes, just lower your upper body a little bit. And we lift. Can we get the eyebrow and the knee closer? And you tap. And we lift. And we tap. Give me 3. And release. Give me 2. Oh, my abs are burning. Tap that foot down. Last one. Take your left foot down. Pick your right leg up. Can you lift a bit higher? Tap the toes, lower your upper body halfway down, not all the way down. And then we come up closer. And we release. And we come up closer. And we release. We've got 3. Oh, my arms are aching. I'm really working those triceps again here. I don't know if you feel that. Getting into the bingo wings. 2. Ooh, make sure you're breathing. Last one. Take it down and take a full body stretch. Just take a moment to let everything settle. Just breathe through your stretch. And then bring your arms down by your side. So now the bottom muscles have stopped burning. We're just going to ease them off a little bit. Bend your knees, feet on the floor. Put your right foot onto your left thigh. And just press that knee away from you for a moment. And then if you wish to take the stretch deeper, you take both hands behind your left leg. Left foot comes off of the floor. And you pull both knees in towards you, or both legs in towards you. But at the same time, you're trying to let that right knee open away from you, so your thigh bone is spinning outwards. And if that helps, you can rock a little bit. So in Pilates, we try to move a little bit more. Rather than holding static stretches, we just try to add a little bit of movement. And release down. Untangle your arms and legs, both feet on the floor. Left foot onto your right thigh. So first of all, just pressing the knee away. Have a gentle wiggle if it helps. If you think it adds something to the stretch. And then both hands go behind your right thigh if you wish to take that deeper stretch. And we pull in and have a little wiggle here as well. So we have got a little bit more ab work coming up. And again, we're going to use our band to support the weight of our head to make sure we're getting deep into the abs and creating no tension. Both hands behind both legs now. Head up and rock yourself up. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to double my band over, just so it's not flapping in the way, and I'm going to have it like this now. So what I've done, I've created a hammock for my head, and we're going to go for some of the ab series. And I want you to notice how you can get deeper into your center with the band. Let's lift our legs up. We're going to go single leg stretch. Head, neck and shoulders lift. I'm pulling my band wide. Left knee in towards you, right leg long. It's not just flapping out there, it's strong. And we switch. And we switch. Oh my God, my arms are aching already. We go for 8. Can we lift those shoulders higher, please? Again, so your upper body's not moving, it's just the legs. Don't rush it. So the long leg is not too low. I'm again feeling like I've got my tailbone tucked in between my legs. Give me 4, 3, definitely those shoulders can come up higher. Mine were creeping down without realizing it. 2, 1, both knees in. Try and kiss your knees and then reach your legs long, shoulders stay high. Pull them in. Work with your breath. Inhale, take them long, squeeze them together. Exhale, draw your knees to your nose. Inhale, long, shoulders are higher. Exhale, pull them in. Give me 3. We're going to get a break after this one. Give me 2, a mini break. And pull in. And 1, come in. take it down for a moment. Just keep the band there so it's handy. Or give your arms a bit of a shake out if you need to. Give your bottom a shake, do whatever you need to. Oh, and that's enough of a rest because we've got far too much more to do. Come on up. Knees in, we go for crisscross. Left knee tight to your right leg long, twist to the left. Come to center, both legs in tabletop. Twist to the right and center. Twist to the left and center. Give me 5, shoulders higher. Give me 4, give me a bit more twist. And center, my abs are burning. Give me 3, breathe for me. 2, and 1. Center, take it down. Take a full body stretch. I'm going to be a bit kinder for a moment. We're going to go for our single leg circle with our foot in the band, and I always think that just is such a lovely move. Suddenly makes the weight of your leg just feel like it's floating, and I can focus more on the mobility. So let us put the band around our left foot, please. My toes are poking out because I don't want it to ping me in the face, although that would make a good YouTube moment. I would like you to have the elbows wide, your right leg long on the center of your mat. Bring the elbows down to the mat actually, or down to the floor. I want you to circle your leg over the body and round and up. And sweep it around. So those elbows are staying down. So we know all of the movement is coming from the hip, and you can go quicker or slower than me, it's up to you. Just do what feels good. The leg that's long on the mat, your right leg, flex that foot for me, please. Push that heel forwards so that I know that the right leg is your anchor. And when you're ready, change direction. So there is some movement in your pelvis. A lot of people teach this where the pelvis doesn't move. Why would you not want your pelvis to move in a strong way? So feel you're in control of it, but there's a sense of release and a sense of stability. Give me 2 and 1, hold it there. I'm just going to take both bits of band into my hand and pull the leg towards me and ease it off. And I pull the leg towards me and I ease it off. It might have been nicer if I did this before the single leg circle actually. Give me a couple more please. Just letting everything begin to slow down now. Pull it in. Okay, I take both bits of band into my right hand now. Pulling the leg towards me, I take my left arm out to the side. Pulling the leg even closer towards me, I then take it over the body. And then I come back to center. So your left shoulder is your anchor. Take the leg over the body and you're trying to pull the big toe up towards your right shoulder. And center. Give me 4. And center. So feel that you're picking up from under the left hand side of the pelvis, but your shoulder is anchoring you so that you're getting rotation through the spine, this deep stretch down the side of the leg and the back of the leg. But working on stability as well. Last one, please. Take it over and come to center. Okay, let us put our right foot in the band. Make sure your toes are poking out again and your left leg long on the mat. So now my hands are getting achy. I'm looping the band around my hand so I'm not gripping too much. Left foot is flexed, left leg long on the center of your mat, and circle your leg. And feel that thigh bone just sweeping round in the hip socket. So again, there's stability and mobility and strengthening and stretch all in one. Give me 2 more. Can you just check that you're looking up to the ceiling rather than to your chest? Change direction. What's happening with the foot on the floor? Are you pulling that left, oh, there's a wall there. Are you pulling the left big toe towards you? And you feel how that presses the back of the left knee into the mat. Give me 3 and 2 and 1. Okay. I change the grip on my band and I pull in, stretch the back of my leg and release. And forwards and back. So again, you'll note we're not just holding a stretch. And there is quite a lot of evidence now to saying that holding a static stretch just doesn't actually do very much at all. Sometimes it can even injure you. So by just moving in and out, so it's a dynamic mobility, you're going to get so much more from it. Okay, I hold the strap or the band in my left hand or my towel, whatever I'm using. Right arm out to the side. I pull the leg in towards me, then I take it over the body. So I could slot my hand under the right hand side of your pelvis here. And we come to center. And as my leg goes left, my gaze goes to the right. Pull the big toe up to the left shoulder. And center. Keep that leg straight. Give me 4. Or your version of straight. It might be straighter than mine, it might be less straight. 3. We never just try and force ourselves to do something that someone else is doing, because we are all built completely differently. 2. And 1. And center. Okay, I'm going to finish with a couple of teasers. I am going to hold both bits of strap, one in each hand now. Left leg long. I'd like you to take a deep breath in, breathe out, give me a teaser. Now, in fact, I'm going to take my hands a bit closer to my foot because I want to keep the arms straight if possible. So straighten your arms, Vicks, if you can. And then the knee bends as we come on down through our spine. So think straight legs if possible. Press the foot, straight arms if possible. Push the foot into the band and teaser up. Bend the knee. Release it down. Give me 2. So this is an example of when the band can really aid a move, and with the single leg circle, but you felt that some of the other moves were probably trickier with the band. 1, hold it there. Put your left foot in the band. Oh, and take your right foot out. I feel really shaky. I'm quite concerned this band's going to ping me in the face. And I melt my spine down as my knee comes in. And I think straight arms as I press my foot into the band to come to my teaser. Note that here, the tailbone's just tucked under a little bit, but I'm lifting up through my breastbone. Bend the knee. Articulate the spine down. Give me 2. Letting your breath flow. And bend. I do love to see you all on my screen. All working together or synchronized. Last one really doesn't make me happy. Come on up. Okay. Oh, can we put the right foot in the band to join the left? And then bend the knees slightly and melt your spine down. Okay, breathe in. Breathe out. Come on up. Oh, beautiful. Tuck the pelvis under a little bit. Lovely. Let the band pull your arms forwards. Bend the knees and melt the spine down. Just 2 more. God, blimey, my hands are sore. Come on up. God, blimey. I don't know when I just turned into a cockney. Bend in. Can we come down slower? So we've got that control coming from our center. Last one. Come on up. Let go of the band, hold a teaser. Give me a big smile and a round of applause, and well done, you are done. Thank you very, very much for joining me today.